Welcome to the Weekly Roar, coming live from the Lion's Den, helping new managers become great leaders and awesome bosses. And now, here's your host, Greg Storch.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Weekly Roar! This is my special 12 months of Christmas. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about maintaining the Christmas spirit all year round. For those of you that don't know me, which I don't think is any of you, but there might be some people who join later on the replay that don't know me. My name's Greg Storch, and I am the founder of Lion Enterprise. Lion Enterprise is a leadership development and coaching company that I started just over a year ago after jumping out of corporate America. And I am a certified speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. And of course, I'm a certified professional coach. So listen, I get it. I'll be the first to admit it. My viewpoints on this may be different than yours. I don't know, but that's okay. It's the holiday season, but some people get depressed. There's fears and anxiety with family gatherings going on. But when I look at the season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I tend to focus on all the spirit that starts to well up in people. I feel like people at this time of year start to become better versions of themselves. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. How those things that are happening to you that make you a little nicer during this time of year, what's going on and how do you tap into it all year round? Any celebration of any holiday comes with, the memories of your family gatherings when you were brought up, the lights, the decorations, the songs that are going on, the sounds of the season. There's the spiritual aspect. Hey, there's year-end bonus money. And there's always that break at the end of the year where people just slow down and finally catch a little break. I remember when I was in the corporate world, we always were like, oh, thank God it's Christmas and New Year's. We could take some time off and enjoy our time with our families. What makes us behave this way during this time of year, but not so much the remainder of the year? So I've dedicated my last Weekly Roar of the year to talking a little bit about ways that we can stretch this out. What if we could feel like this all year long and do some of the things we do during the season, during our holidays, to make us have the same spirit? I'm obviously not talking about wrapping gifts in Christmas paper and singing Christmas carols all year long, but maybe doing the things that more align to the spirit of the season. That's where I'm going with this whole thing. For me, this is more about being kind to each other. How do we stop ourselves from putting away our Christmas spirit when we put away the holiday decorations? What I've done is I've made a little twist on the 12 days of Christmas, and I'm calling them the 12 ways of a year-long Christmas. So I've come up with 12 different suggestions on how to try to keep the holiday cheer flowing all year long. So what do we say? We jump right into this and get started. So on the first day of the new year, my true love gave to me. Just kidding. I didn't put it in a song form. I'm not going to make you listen to me sing. Or maybe I did. We'll see. Anyway, so the first month of Christmas, focus on what you do have. This is a partridge in a pear tree. Anyway, the holidays tend to remind us of the things that we have to be thankful for, like our friends and our families, good health, a roof over our head. During the holidays, we tend to focus on those and really focus on appreciating what we've got. But we got to keep that feeling of appreciation with us all year long. We got to focus on what we already have, not the things we want. So my suggestion is maybe start a gratitude journal. A gratitude journal will not only make you stop and reflect about the things you're grateful for, but when you write them down, you can think into it, and you can do that all year long. It doesn't matter if it's December, January, June, July, August, who cares? Take time each month to write in your gratitude journal. Do it weekly, monthly, it doesn't matter, but reflect on the things you're thankful for. And you can start a habit that whenever you find yourself thinking about the things you wish you had, flip the script on yourself and think about the things you do have and the things you're thankful for. So replace the I wish I had with I'm so thankful that I already have. Fill in the blank. Okay? All right. So that's a partridge in a pear tree. The second month of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Know what matters. 2 turtle doves. At Christmas, well, at least at Christmas Day, most of us prioritize what matters most, right? Spending time with our loved ones, celebrating the season, those things that mean something to us. But during the rest of the year, we don't prioritize things that well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we slow down this time of year. It can be hard to keep your priorities straight with everything that's happening in your chaotic world. Everything competing for your attention. Focusing on the things that matter most to you can help make the most of every day. I was going to ask you if you've ever seen this life wheel, a wheel of life. It's a wheel, it's a circle, and it's got different slices in it representing the different areas of your life, your health, your relationships, spirituality, your wealth, etc., 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 right? It's a great tool we use as coaches to look at your whole life and identify areas where you may want to get better at. Help you establish the priorities. It's a tool that allows us to help our clients look at their lives from a holistic perspective and not just one little slice, right? Because everything feeds into another thing, right? Everything on that wheel impacts the other. So if that's something that you're interested in pursuing or looking further into, if you've never done one before, let me know. Just PM me and we can talk about that. Okay, so anyway, that was the second month of Christmas. So the third month of Christmas, this is my version of 3 French hens. Be more kind. Do you guys think that most people seem to be a little bit more kind at Christmas time? Treating others with kindness, especially those you don't know, and even more, those who don't necessarily treat you with kindness. That's a great way of keeping the holiday or Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, keeping that spirit alive every single day of the year. Being kind to people, and not necessarily people that are kind back. Well, even if you're not nice to me, I'm still going to be nice to you because I'm not going to allow your actions to dictate my actions. I control my actions, and I choose to be kind regardless of whether or not you're kind to me. So if you can do that every day, you can grab onto that Christmas spirit and be kind throughout the whole year to other people. Don't you think our world would be a better place if we were behaving like it was Christmas every month of the year? It'd be a crazy world, but it would be an awesome world. So whenever someone bothers you, imagine how you would treat them if it were Christmas Day. So next year, when somebody rubs you the wrong way, pause and be like, if today was Christmas, what would I say to this person? I choose to be kind, even to you. I love it. Anyway, tap into that forgiving spirit and spread it throughout the year. Try to understand others and judge people less. All right. Okay, so how about the 4th month of Christmas? 4 calling birds saying thank you. Get it? Saying thank you. Now, Eric, you just did a live on this the other day in Success Life Live. So you were talking about intentionally thanking someone and acknowledging and just accepting that when people, say something to you, thank them, acknowledge it. Whether you say thank you or whatever you do, I receive that. Traditionally we rip open our Christmas presents on Christmas morning or whatever you're celebrating. If you have presents and you rip them open and you get that thing you've always wanted to, the first thing you do is you say thank you. So why can't we do that? Why can't we exercise that gratitude, that expression of appreciation year round? Remind yourself to thank people. Acknowledge what they've said to you. Thank you. I received that. It's that simple. But acknowledge them. Don't leave them hanging. That's rude. So give them a thank you and try that year round. So look, I know we don't get presents every day. I wish we did, but we don't. We gotta make this simple on ourselves. The little things people do for us on a daily basis are gifts in and of themselves. We get to where we are in life from the smallest to the largest ways through the assistance of other people. If you haven't figured out yet that you don't get anywhere in life without the help of others, start there with that concept and acknowledge it. So when that happens for you in life, give an honest eye-to-eye thank you to a person that maybe you might not otherwise have thought to thank. Maybe that's the barista at Starbucks, right? Who always has a smile on their face when you go get your coffee, or the person bagging your groceries at the grocery store. Or maybe if you work in an office, maybe there's an admin person that sits out there that is just doing a great job day in and day out, but they're not really appreciated or they're not normally recognized. People walk past them. Stop and say, you know what? Thank you. Thanks for taking all the calls. Thanks for taking messages. Thanks for doing whatever you're doing for me. Seek out those opportunities daily, weekly, monthly. Doing that will keep you in the Christmas spirit, I hope. Okay, so that was the 4th month of Christmas. Be kind. All right, the 5th month, 5 golden rings. The 5th month of Christmas is give charity. That's another thing about Christmas time. A lot of people become charitable. But the problem is people need our help all year round. So why don't we extend that throughout the year? We can look after those who are less fortunate than we are, regardless of the time of year. I mean, this time of year is obviously a popular time to volunteer to serve holiday meals, maybe at a soup kitchen, a homeless shelter, or just donate money to worthy causes. And not because you need that year-end tax break and dump your money into a donation so you can write it off. You're missing the point. You're missing the spirit of Christmas if that's all you're doing at the end of the year. So why don't you try donating throughout the year? It does not have to stop after we ring in the new year. Stay involved in volunteer work year round. I'm sure a lot of you know how to be charitable. That's just the type of people who join my Weekly Roar every week. There's my suggestion. Stay involved in charitable organizations or volunteering. Maybe you could donate on a monthly basis to charities that you want to support. That's the holiday spirit burning bright once again. Warming your heart, lighting the darkest corners of our cold, cold world. No, anyway, seriously, on the 5th month of Christmas, look at volunteering, giving back, and being, taking care of other people. Just because the holiday season's almost over doesn't mean you can't dedicate time or money to good causes. People are in need all year long. So spread the Christmas cheer, even if you're just volunteering in a soup kitchen or at the USO. Ding. All right, on to the 6th month of Christmas. 6 geese a-laying, right? On the 6th month of Christmas, gather in your hometown. Did you do a tree lighting ceremony this year, you guys? Like, did your towns have that? There were like several of them around here. There was a tree lighting in downtown Vicenza. There was a tree lighting on the military base. They were all over. So gatherings happen during this time of year, right? And that's what fills us with joy and happiness to come together as groups with your families, maybe not. You know, there's work gatherings, there's all these holiday celebrations. Every one of those events were packed with people that they were just coming together to celebrate. So there's opportunities throughout the year for you to do that, to gather. Even though we aren't lighting Christmas trees in the town square every month of the year, there are still ways that you can gather in your community. You can get involved in programs that have a positive impact in your city. Join neighborhood cleanup and improvement projects. Go to your city meetings and support local initiatives. Heck, you could even adopt a highway, right? So there's usually events going on in your community throughout the year, especially when the weather gets nice outside, spring and summer and fall. Find out in your city where they publish those types of events. Find the calendar. I don't know, local chamber of commerce. There's probably Facebook pages too. So check that out. You can even look in the newspaper. There's probably flyers. Gathering together in a unified cause can bring that same feeling you get when you gather to light a Christmas tree every year at Christmas time. Find other opportunities to come together as a community, as a family, as friends throughout the whole year. The 7th month of Christmas is 7 swans a-swimming. 7 swans a-swimming. Host a celebration. Host a celebration. Party! Woo! Yes! Seems like this year the ugly sweater theme has continued to perpetuate. At least around here it has. They had an ugly sweater fun run. They had an ugly sweater bunko night. It's everywhere. Christmas time is filled with all kinds of parties and events. Companies are having their annual events this time of year. Families are having open house. In our family, it's common to host open houses. There's tons of opportunities to connect with friends and family in the same way throughout the year. Heck, who needs a reason to party? Just make it up. There's a holiday in almost every month. Use that as an opportunity to have a gathering. All right, the 8th month of Christmas. 8 maids a-milking, right? Lighting a candle. Decorations. So I want to know where it's written that our homes or our apartments or our townhomes or our condos can't smell like cranberries or sugar cookies or pine needles all year long. What's wrong with that? I kind of enjoy those scents. And I think that olfactory sense is what puts you in the spirit of Christmas anyway. Why wouldn't you hold on to that? There's tons of scents that we associate with Christmas season. And the sense of smell plays a huge part in forming your memories. So light candles year round. Or you can buy those plug-ins. Oh my God, don't get me started on the plug-ins. My wife is addicted to the plug-ins. I can't even plug anything into our outlets around this house because of her addiction to Bed Bath & Beyond plug-ins. So use those plug-in fresheners. And that goes for decorations too. Not just candles and scent things, but you know, they don't have to be Christmas decorations. But why don't we decorate our homes throughout the year? Or maybe you do, I don't know. Again, this is just my opinion. But we go to extra lengths during the holiday season to spruce up our homes with all these cool little decorations. Why don't you find other periods throughout the year to set up other decorations for maybe the seasons, or maybe you decorate for the holidays throughout the year. So you can capture that. So go grab one of those lantern things from Michael's. Oh, like this. Grab one of these things, except not with the Christmas tree on it. And throw in a little candle. Look, that's not even a real candle. Look, see? It's a battery-operated candle. You can do that and decorate. So it's the same thing. Run out to Michael's and go grab some of those. You can sneak in some Christmas decorations inconspicuously into your general decor, and the uninformed observer may not notice. But anyway, the point is, decorate throughout the year. Don't just do it at Christmas time. Of course, you probably don't want to have your tree up, although I do know people that leave their tree up all year round. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. All right, the 9th month of Christmas, 9 ladies dancing. Music is playing. Music! This is my favorite month of Christmas, right? One of the things I love the most about Christmas is the Christmas music, the songs. I hear a Christmas song and it just changes my mood immediately. I love it. So why not keep putting on the tunes that warm you up? I got an idea. Why don't you guys comment and tell me what your favorite Christmas song is? What's the one song that as soon as you hear, what's that one Christmas song that as soon as you hear it in the season, it just changes your perspective? It just changes the game for you. You know, hey look, it's a free country. There aren't any posted months for listening to Christmas music. If you're in a bad mood, like after Christmas, say it's like summertime and you're just not feeling it, you're not in a good mood, play a Christmas song. I'm telling you, it'll change your perspective. Our time out playing music and the effect that it has on us at Christmas time, and why it brings us so much joy, and why we can't lean on music throughout the year to bring us that same sensation. Even if it's Christmas music, I won't tell. Just don't blast it on your subwoofers in your car going down the road, because you'll get some really weird looks. It might be socially unacceptable. But as long as other people can't hear it, who cares? Play a little All I Want for Christmas Is You on your headphones in July. I'm telling you, it works. I've done it. All right, we're already at the 10th month of Christmas. 10 lords a-leaping. Send gifts for nothing. Okay, see, I matched all these up with all the syllables so they would rock and roll. So send a gift for no reason, for nothing. Presents. Don't you love them? I'm going to have to admit to everybody that I'm more of a giver than a receiver. I get much more satisfaction giving a present to somebody than I do receiving one. I actually have to learn how to get better at being a more gracious receiver. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. I'll work on me later. But I love to give. And, you know, you don't have to wait for Black Friday every year to get presents for your friends and family. You can do it throughout the year. I know people who shop for Christmas throughout the year. They don't wait till the week before Christmas to get done and get stressed out and get crazy. And when you do it throughout the year, you lessen the stress. And it's budget friendly. So you can plan ahead. Pick up little gifts. And you know what? You can pick up little things for people that aren't for Christmas and just send it to them because you're thinking about them. Catch the sales, man. They have sales on every major federal holiday in the United States. Hit them up and get that perfect gift. And either keep them and give them at Christmas or give them right away. If you get joy like I get joy of giving gifts to people, you can tap into that feeling all year round. You don't have to wait till a birthday or Christmas time. One of our favorite things to do, my wife and I, is to pick out gifts during our travels for our niece and our nephews and our granddaughter. What a great way to let somebody know you're thinking about them. Pick them up a little thing, you know, hey, I was at this place, I saw that, and I thought of you. And here it is. Christmas. Christmas in July. See, being thoughtful of others is a great way to carry on the Christmas spirit. Christmas shopping doesn't have to happen in the weeks or days, for some of you procrastinators, before Christmas. Find ways throughout the year to just give out of the blue. Give gifts to people you love. Surprise your kids with new sports gear or school supplies or whatever. Or treat your parents, if they're still with you, to a weekend getaway somewhere. Grab your favorite bottle of wine. Grab your favorite bottle of wine and go to your friend's house and leave it on their doorstep with a little note. We enjoyed this wine. We thought you would too. It's just like being Santa Claus all year round. And you know what? You don't have to spend money. You can also just give the gift of your time. Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. Hang out with friends. Have a little picnic out in a park. Celebrate Fridays with your neighbors. Like, create a tradition where on Fridays you guys trade houses and share an appetizer or a drink with each other and celebrate the weekend. Make lunch dates with your parents or your siblings. Just find ways to give gifts to people throughout the year. You don't have to wait for birthdays and Christmas, okay? So that was the 10th month of Christmas. Give gifts. On the 11th month, do you guys remember what the 11th day of Christmas was? 11 pipers piping. A card for random reasons. So this is a way that you can get intentional about creating special moments throughout the entire year, not just at Christmas. Buying cards throughout the year. I love getting Christmas cards at Christmas time. As a matter of fact, I wanted to share this story with you. In high school, I took French. Why did I take French? I took French because my two older sisters that were going through high school ahead of me also took French, and I figured I could get help and I could get answers, and it would be an easy ride for Greg to just blow through French because Laura and Susie took French too. First of all, I didn't get any help from my sisters, Laura or Susie, so thanks for that. But my French teacher was so amazing. Her name is Karen Hotchkiss. She was so amazing. I took a third year of French because, you know, in high school you only have to take 2 years of a foreign language. I graduated high school in 1985. So we're talking about taking her class in like 82, 83, 84. To this day, this year, 2018, every year I get a card from Mrs. Hotchkiss. And every year I send a card to Mrs. Hotchkiss and her husband, Duke. Now that's a badass name. Duke. Duke and Karen. I love cards. But I think we've lost the art of handwritten letters. But anyway, the art of the handwritten letter. Wouldn't it be fun for all of us to set a goal to send one card or one note to a different friend or family member each month next year? A handwritten note. I mean, they make greeting cards for just about everything these days. You can get anything from being serious to being silly. You don't have to, wait for an occasion. It doesn't have to be a birthday card. It doesn't have to be a sympathy card. It doesn't have to be an anniversary card. They make cards for anything and everything you can think of. Oh, by the way, some cards are blank inside, so it doesn't matter. You just write your own message in them anyway. So next time you're at the store and you see a sale on cards, there's like all those shoebox greetings. They're always like 99 cents. Grab a card, and then when you go home, put it in a file or put it in a box and collect greeting cards. And then once a month, take a card out and just send it to a random person, like a friend you haven't talked to in a while, or a family member you just want to say hi to. There is something to be said about taking time out of your day to handwrite a note to somebody. Just say, hello, I'm thinking of you. I hope you're well. It's that simple. All right, we're already on the 12th month of Christmas. 12 drummers drumming, baking Christmas goodies. Baking, yes, baking. We got to be a little careful with this one now. We can't be all crazy baking and eating baked goods consistently throughout the year, because that's a problem, right? Unless you have a recipe that's vegan or something and keeps you slim and trim. But there's a ton of people that love this time of year because their baking genius flows out of them. They bake the days away, man. That's all. They take time off of work and they're in the kitchen 9 to 5, 7 days a week. It's crazy. But then it stops. What happens in the new year? I don't want to see another cookie as long as I live. Why not continue throughout the year? Just don't eat it all yourself. Bring it into work. Bake some cookies and bring them into work. Donate them to a church function. Take them over to a community center. That would be awesome. And just let the people that visit there have free cookies or Kuchens, as the German neighbor next door to me growing up in Daytona Beach, Mrs. Steiner, she called them Kuchens. I don't even know what that is. Is that real? Kuchen? All right. So whatever it is that you love, make that. But make it in July. Make it in September. Make it in March. Make something with peppermint. Use the tastes of the season all year round. You know you're going to have 100 million candy canes left over after Christmas. Crush them up and make chocolate bark. Use the taste of the season all year round to get that feeling of Christmas, even if it's in July, right? And what's wrong with having a cup of hot chocolate and some marshmallows other than fall and winter time? You just got to think outside the box. S'mores in the summer? Add peppermint flavored chocolate to it. Sprinkle on crushed candy cane before you mash it together and, chomp on it. So anyway, think outside the box, man. You can have these same tastes throughout the year that bring back memory. So why not pumpkin spice your way to joy in June? You can use seasonal flavored creamers in your coffee to make it feel like Christmas throughout the year. You don't have to just keep it to December, right? Ginger snaps, you can get them year round. We just bought a tub of them. If you have an IKEA near you, you can get ginger snaps. Woo, I gotta stay away from those, man. Woo. Anyway, yeah, you can get them, and then you can pretend you're having a gingerbread cookie. That, my friends, is the 12 months of Christmas. I hope these ideas resonate with you. Give them a try. You don't have to do all 12. Pick out what helps you to keep the good cheer and goodwill towards men. Be nice to each other year round. Don't wait for it to be a season. Thanks for joining me live in the last Weekly Roar of 2018. I want to remind you guys real fast before I sign off. Remember, I'm running specials on my coaching packages. I am down to my last 3 spots on my schedule. So if you know somebody, maybe not yourself, but if you know somebody that's talking about coaching, have them reach out to me. They can get to me through my website, www.lion-enterprise.com. And there's a way to, it says work with me at the top. And there's a form they can fill out. It'll come right to me and we can connect if that's something you're interested in. I love coaching and I'm looking forward to working with you guys or somebody you know in the new year. Things are going well here in Italy and life is good. I want to take just this one last second to wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. And I hope that you have a safe and wonderful new year. And until we meet each other again, remember, be powerful, but stay poised just like a lion. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Weekly Roar live event at lionenterprise.com. If you enjoyed this video, please tell others to join us each week here in the Lion's Den. Thanks again, and see you next week.